So understanding self-energizing gaskets, these are the double gaskets, then delta gaskets, then lens type gaskets are the self-energizing gaskets. In this category, we have come across the gaskets in the pressure cooker. In the pressure cooker, as the pressure increases, these gaskets or the ring which is available in the gasket, that gets expanded and prevents its leakages. So this is the self-energizing gasket. This is the delta gaskets that will be there, that is double jacketed gaskets manufactured with the butt welded joints and pass ribs, that is spot welded to the gasket ring. They can be installed under the compression stresses without causing the damage to the weld. The additional cost of machining flanges with the nubbin can be eliminated, increasing the sealing efficiency. So these are the now coming to the delta gaskets. Because of their geometric shapes, these delta gaskets require the higher level of precision from the seal grooves. As the direct result from the manufacturing processes and its resulting precision, the delta gaskets are only used for high pressure autoclaves and high pressure connections up to a maximum of 2000 millimeter. Then the lens type gasket that is there. Lens type gaskets is a line contact seal for the use in a high pressure piping system and in presence of vessel heads. This lens cross section is a spherical gasket surface and requires the special machining of the flanges. The next is a welded gasket, that is the variety of high pressure heat exchangers. These welded gaskets are used for in case of a high pressure heat exchangers, and they are directly welded to the heads. In a floating head heat exchangers, the other end of the heat exchanger, which is at a higher temperature and higher pressure, there to prevent the leakages, you are using these welded gaskets. That means they are actually welded to the flange. So these are welded in between the flange faces and the internal gasket diameter. So therefore the flange thickness and the bolting area that reduces. These are the diaphragm gaskets, then flat gaskets and lip seal gaskets. These are the different three types of the welded gaskets, that is the diaphragm gasket, lip seal gasket and the flat gaskets. So diaphragm gaskets, it is made from a plate with a curved shape as its center. The gasket that is filled in the groove made in the shell flange and seal the welded circumferentially. So in this case, it is sealed. So this is acts as a gasket which is available. So due to the flexibility of the core portion of the gasket, the enlargement of the internal diameter with the shell flange without any stress at the junction of the gasket to the shell, that is possible. The next is a lip seal gasket. This type of a gasket joint is suitable in the heat exchanger again for the high pressure and temperature operations. Uh, the gasket that is fabricated from the plate and outside diameter portion is impressed diametrically to the hemispherical shape. This hemispherical shape provides the required flexibility in the gasket. So what is required is the flexibility. So hemispherical shape that provides the required flexibility in the gasket. This gasket allows the linear expansion of the part which it is welded. So in this case, the gasket is available here. So gasket that is available here in between these two flanges. This is the one flange that is available and the another flange that is available. So in between this, the gasket that will be available. Then the flat gasket, you can see this figure. It is useful in the equipments again where high pressure and high temperature requirements are there, because these are all welded gaskets, and generally made of a metal. So as it is welded, so metal, it is made from metal. The gasket is made from a stainless steel plate and is well machined. The gasket consists of two identical parts, and each part is seal welded circumferentially and its internal diameter with the mating part. Now, there are certain reasons for failure, that is uneven distributed pressure forces. That means in the flange, it should be completely or regularly bolting that has to be done. You have to bolt at this one end, and opposite to that, you have to tighten all these. All opposite bolts, they are to be tightened. But while tightening, they should not be completely tightened. Slightly go on increasing the pressure uniformly. That is, the uneven distributed pressure forces is one of the major reasons for failure. Then stress relaxation and torque losses, where there is a twisting that will be there, a torque will be developed. Then the surface, if it is not smooth, then these gaskets, they can be broken. The uneven distributed pressure forces, stress relaxation, and surface if it is not smooth. Then the different application, that is everywhere in all your chemical equipments, your fuel tanks, boilers, closed vessels, heat exchanger, distillation column, all openings, there these gaskets, they are used.